5. So we have Solyndra, SunPower, and now Fisker. The Obama administration grants a $529 million loan to the electric car company. Well, it doesn't sound so bad at first, right? But listen to this. Those cars aren't being made here in the USA. No. Yes, Bob, this is true. Frightening, but true. They're being manufactured in, wait for it, Finland. How's that for some stimulation of the good old USA? And
I bet Eric has something to say about this.
You know he does.
Well, I do. I mean, this is a couple years old. Two loans, Tesla Motors and Fisker, separate loans, $500 million each for electric car companies. By the way, neither one of these companies ever had experience mass-producing electric cars, but nonetheless, we gave them each $500 million. We talked
Who
about
has that experience doing that? Have there been electric cars around a long time?
I'm not sure that the taxpayers should be on the hook to
I know, I was just curious who had experience.
Whether or not you can mass produce an electric car very quickly.
Please,
turns out you can't. Here we are 2 years later. Fisker has produced two cars, two vehicles.
Wow.
DiCaprio was given one of them, and the other one is who knows who. But
so you got one Flintstone car out there.
But very quickly, no jobs created, no jobs in America created, and the other one is, who's going to buy a $100,000 electric sports car?
No, 250, sorry.
Here's the bigger question.
Yes.
Why Finland? The theory must be that the bleaker the place, the better the car. I mean, they actually found a place that is bleaker than Detroit.
Right.
I think every car should come with a noose. I mean, have you been there? I've been there. Like, it's 23 hours of darkness during the winter time.
Totally
You drink, you get up in the morning and you drink. Their primary transportation is a sled.
Don't you think in those 23 hours that there should be a higher population too? I can't figure that out. They must be the most conservative people.
Brian Darling of the Daily Mail in England summed this up beautifully. He calls it venture socialism. And it's true. And I don't know what's more egregious, the fact that we paid, what, $250 million for one of these fancy cars, or that Al Gore is an investor in this company, and that one of the two cars went to Obama donor Leonardo DiCaprio.
Right, well, he's involved in big VC firms.
This is creating, Bob, a whole new class of people. Vice presidents, Hollywood celebrities, that get special favors.
Okay, is this the best you all can do? Okay, now I'm going to make a couple points here.
Go ahead.
One of the reasons they're doing it in Finland, and only temporarily, is because there's no facility in the United States that's able to produce this car. They wanted to do it in Delaware, but they have to rehab it, which they're doing as we speak right now. By this time next year, that car will be brought to the United States, and there will be 5,000 jobs created.
How many?
And it will not be done in Finland.
And so I hear.
And what's wrong with Al Gore? What's wrong with Al Gore?
Another bet coming on. By this time next year, neither one of these companies will be producing cars.
Another pirate.
Also, they're going to finish it.
To dovetail on your comment about Fisker, Tesla, the other $500 million loan, you know who one of their one of the founders, Elon Musk, a huge Obama donor.
Well, so what?
No, but here's
so Al Gore invested in electric cars? Is that a big story?
$500 million to experiment.
You think Al Gore's going to invest in the industry you used to be in? He's a guy this is his issue. Of course he's got to invest in it. And secondly, if you want to make this bet, I said that facility would be finished by next year. When they start mass producing cars, I don't know.
No, you said there'll be cars.
Okay, well then I'll tell you what, Eric, I'm wrong. And I'll say that, why don't we have a bet that they're going to finish the facility?
I'll have a bet that you're wearing a tie on Monday.
The reason I can't is because the shrimp caught in my throat and it ripped it apart.
This is no different than the jobs bill.
Very dramatic.
Take taxpayer money and buy off environmental, buy off Al Gore, buy off the unions.
What is wrong with electric cars?
You know what's amazing?
I have a market for them.
Invest in the electric car. Let the private sector do that. Don't risk taxpayer money.
The private sector won't do that when they continue to do your dinosaur.
They haven't delivered except to Leo, who gets everything, supermodels and electric cars. But let's listen to Joe Biden.
Are you going seal watching this weekend? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you. I'm sorry.
We're going to listen to Joe Biden and ignore Bob.
The President and I have never doubted that we could write a new chapter in the automotive history of this country. Because we knew, for real, we not only had the best workers, we had the best innovators, the best designers. And that's what this is about today. It's about what we're about in this administration. Rewriting a new chapter for our economy.
And
all right, Craig.
Chapter for his friends.
Yeah, wow.
The amazing thing is, Obama really has the touch. We outsourced all these jobs to Finland, and still the Finnish unemployment rate went up. Isn't that amazing?
Finland is the #1 in the world in terms of education, medical care.
It's actually a great place. I've been there. It's beautiful. But I spent most of my time on a sled.
I flew over it once.
I was on a sled being pulled by reindeer for a good week.
You were on a sled pulled by reindeer?
Yes, I was, and I ate nothing but reindeer.
Did you ever try to pick up any of the Finnish women, by the way?
Please don't.
Bob, that's a discussion for another time.
Oh, I'm sorry, your wife's
relevant. That's
okay.
off topic.
Okay, Seal, I'm fine.
Oh, hey. Now look what you did to my blog.
I'm sorry.
One quick full-screen quote, because to be fair, the Department of Energy says that no loan money being spent in Finland. They said the fact is this: no DOE loan money is being spent there. The company's operations are supporting hundreds of suppliers in more than a dozen U.S. states.
Yes.
And the bulk of Fisker's loan is supporting their effort to build a manufacturing plant at a closed GM facility in Delaware.
Can I suggest in the future that when we do these anti-Obama stories that we might want to put the facts like those up at the beginning of the discussion, as opposed to letting Eric put out bad facts?
What's factual about that
Nothing's
BS thing?
gonna
Because they said suppliers. Are you saying the suppliers are not from the United States?
No, they're trying to say that the money that the government gave them, it wasn't spent over there. It was definitely spent here. Meanwhile, all the jobs are over there.
I gotta tell you, Bob, there's no making you happy.
US supply.
There's no, I did it.
No
I
making me happy.
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding? If you have to sit in this seat every day, it's a tough. And I keep my humor up. I mean, in the face of some
Let's be
pretty
honest.
weak arguments.
You're loving it, okay? You're loving it, getting hot.
I'm telling you something.
All right, we gotta go.
All right, we gotta go. See, that's what I mean. It's fine.
Coming up, Gaddafi's death is raising questions about the president's Nobel Peace Prize. Some even think he should return it. We're gonna explain that. It's all next on The Fast. Stay with us.
When she's young, she brings the sunshine. When she's gone.